Out in the wild, these guys are scavengers, so they're going to eat pretty much anything that they can find.
Or kill.
Making him go through a little obstacle course so he can come get his food. Now, Sonny is 12 years old. He hatched at the Honolulu Zoo, so he spent his whole life in zoos and around people. So that's one of the reasons that this is not a really stupid idea. He also is very well fed, maybe a little too well fed at times. He's been on a little bit of a diet lately. But he also then looks at me and says, oh, well, he's bringing me food instead of he is my food. So that's one of the reasons that it's okay for me to come in here with him. Hello, buddy. Yeah. So for an animal this size, you would think he eats a lot, right? His usual feeding schedule every week is he eats probably 3 times a week. And each meal is about maybe 3 hard-boiled eggs, a couple rats. That's it. And they're really good at conserving energy, right? You'll see most of the time that he's out here, he's sitting. He's not doing a whole lot. He doesn't exercise like we might think. It's really not something that animals do. When they have extra energy, they want to save it because they don't know when their next meal is going to come. Now, Sonny's pretty lucky because he gets them every other day, pretty much. He knows when his food is going to come. So we've had to keep him on a diet, make sure he's not putting too much weight on. He's about 9 feet long, which is not full size for a dragon, but for him it's probably full size. His parents came from Flores Island, which is one of the 5 islands that they're found in out in the wild. And that's one of the reasons he also has all of his colors. Dragons that come from Komodo Island are pretty much solid black, but they can get up to about 10 feet and also weigh in close to 200 pounds. Sonny's about 120 pounds, which is still pretty sizable, but he's not nearly as big as some dragons can get. We have 2 younger dragons on exhibit in the reptile house. They look a lot like him, but are not related. They actually came from the Los Angeles Zoo, and so they're here on a loan. Unfortunately, we don't have enough room for more than 1 adult dragon right now. There's just 1 in here, so he has an indoor area and an outdoor area. But if we were to put another male in here, they would be very aggressive. Even another female, it just wouldn't be quite enough room. So the 2 that we have here are going to eventually be sent out to another zoo as part of the species survival plan, part of a breeding loan then. We had 2 that earlier this summer were sent to Prague in the Czech Republic. So we trade with zoos all over the world, not just, right around here in Southern California. So he realizes that's all the food he's getting right now, so he's just kind of laying back. You'll notice his tongue there. He's got that nice forked tongue, just like a snake. He uses that to smell. They can smell things up to a mile away, especially things like dead rotting meat, which is what they're looking for out in the wild. They also will hunt. They're not only scavengers. They can take down things like deer, even things as large as water buffalo, because they have all this bacteria in their mouth that they are using to be able to take down their prey. So he would sit and wait, ambush, probably hide in a bush like this, and then when a water buffalo walked by, he could bite, grab onto their leg, and 1 bite is enough. After a while of obviously no medical treatment for that animal, they are going to succumb to infection and will actually end up dying because of that, and that will lead to him having a nice big meal. Now that's obviously a bigger meal than he could eat because a water buffalo is like 5 times bigger than him. And so that means there's going to be a whole lot of other dragons as well that during the weeks that it takes for that water buffalo to eventually die, they're going to start smelling that and they're going to be hot on the trail.